Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Boom. My name is Vikash, and I hope you all are doing really great. Let's continue our letter writing journey. In our previous videos, we have discussed about letter to the editor, we have discussed about placing an order and letter to the authorities. Today in our video, we will take care of another important category, which is inquiry letter. Understand, students, this is a very important category of letter writing and it has been asked in CBSE board examination previously. So let's have a look at it. How can you prepare the content of the letter in order to score 5 out of 5? First thing, most important thing, writing the subject. Always and always be particular about the subject. When it is an inquiry letter, you have to mention this word inquiry. Placing an order, like placing an order. What is this inquiry about? So let's take a question. Let's say you are Rohan or Rohini, a class 12th student. You have to write a letter to the manager of ABC Institute for medical coaching classes. You have to inquire about specific information. So let's have a look how can we write this letter within a short span of time to ensure you have 5 out of 5. Here, inquiry about what? You mention it. About medical coaching classes. See, the subject should not be lengthy. The main purpose of writing the subject is to grab the attention of the reader beforehand. Means they should be aware what is the content about. Then let's talk about here sir or ma'am. Now, it becomes very important for any student to divide their content accordingly. If you remember from our previous videos, we have discussed divide your content into 3 paras. First one, para 1, introduction, wherein you plan out to write minimum 2 or maximum 3 lines in it. So here, line number 1, it simply means expand the subject. Always, whatever subject you have written, you have to expand it. Second, line number 2, understand, if you want to seek specific information, you have to appreciate the company. In short, branding the organization from where you would like to have that information. Remember, there is no free lunch in this world. Why would somebody give you information unless and until you do not brand their organization? Then you will talk about reason for inquiry. Now students, have a look how I utilize these 3 sentences in my introduction part. Okay, so here we begin. Now when you write, focus on your beautiful presentation, avoid overwriting, think before you write. To present it beautifully, give a space. So you start with this line, with reference to the above mentioned subject, I wish to, very important for everybody, I wish to, whatever the subject is, you have to write this word, I wish to inquire about medical coaching classes. And just to be sure, since you are expanding the subject, if you want students, you can put it in single inverted comma, or to highlight, you can underline it as well. Inquire about medical coaching classes at your institute. Now once you are done, line number 2, branding the organization. Either you can say, I have heard a lot about your institute, or somebody has referred me, I have heard a lot about your institute for delivering good results. Therefore, third line, reason, therefore I want to have specific information. Before I join your coaching classes. Our first para is done, students. Let's move towards para number 2. Let me be very particular, 3 lines maximum. Now para 2, since we have written just 3 lines in our para 1, that is the introduction, my letter is still left with the most important topic, which is details. You remember, students, details is our para 2 here, and you have to write 6 to 8 lines in order to meet the word limit, 100 to 120 words. So here, line number 4. Please be very particular, students. Here, what do you want to inquire? Line number 5, you have to mention about the information. So you simply write it, I want to seek following information. Or if you have some questions or queries, you can write, I would like to ask following questions. Then line number 6, list of information you seek. And here, understand, students, I have just taken the example of medical coaching classes. The question could be anything. Maybe you are Ronak and you have to inquire about Kedarnath package from ABC Travel and Tour Companies Limited. Again, the question has to be very, very specific. So let's say with respect to this question, which is about medical coaching classes, let's begin. So first thing that you should ask in your details would be the course name, then duration, after that number of students in one batch or in a batch. Then you will talk about the faculty members, because you have to prepare for medical coaching classes. So prominent faculties. Then you will talk about fee structure. After that, you can mention about scholarship, because normally most of the coaching institutes in Patna, they offer a scholarship to meritorious students. And then you can have other information. If you want other information, like here you can talk about Wi-Fi enabled campus, you can talk about timing of batches. If you want, you can also seek information about any hostel facilities if they offer. See, normally the examiner would look for minimum 4 questions which you inquire in your letter. See, this is to prepare for your future. Understand, students, which is why it is part of your class 10th English subject. Then comes your line number 7. Let me just quickly erase it so that we can know how to write, and finally what to write will be shown to you within a short span of time when we start writing the details section. Then line number 7, who you are, and I'll put an exclamation sign. Next, line number 8, like I mentioned in the beginning, there is no free lunch. Why would somebody give you information? So how will this inquiry help you and the organization? Then line number 9, request for printed material. Once you have requested for printed materials, you can also ask for or a brochure. Then line number 10, where to receive the information. So where do we receive the information? Let me write a short form here, students. Info. Either you want to receive it through physical mail or to your email. Both options should be given. Your details section is done. So let's quickly write it up. 6 to 10 lines. You remember first para we have already completed it with reference to the above mentioned subject. I wish to inquire about your medical coaching classes. So here, what do you want to inquire? So I have certain questions related to medical coaching classes or medical coaching batches. You can again underline it. Line number 4 done. Then you write, I want to have or I want to seek following information. And once you write it following information, put a colon. Now, you can use bullet points in order to ensure that your information is specific. First, course name. Second, duration. Third, you can seek for prominent faculties. Be very particular about it. Minimum 4 information you have to seek. Okay, then you can ask for number of students in one batch. After that, you can inquire about timing of the batches. Next, you can see minimum 4. The more you want, you can go for it. Most important thing, remember fee structure. You can ask about scholarship option as well. Now here, I have given a list of information which I wanted to seek. Then I will start. I have just appeared for my 12th board. Remember, students, who you are. Class 12 class 12 passed out student, or you have just given your class 12 examination, because that is the minimum eligibility criteria for appearing into medical entrance exams. Then, how will this inquiry help you? These information or these details asked above would help me to start with my preparation quickly. Then you remember this is how it will help you. How will it help the organization? Then I can join your classes. Completed. You can request for printed. I will appreciate if you can send me printed material or a brochure of your courses offered. Please send me the information to my email address the way you would like, or your physical address, which is already mentioned on the top. So to my email, I'm sorry I missed that, to my email address, let's say my email @gmail.com. Then my details part is done. We have to be very, very particular about it. Let's move to the para number 3 quickly. You might have noticed, students, that it doesn't take a lot of time for you to come up with a quality content if your mind is aware what to write next. Okay, you think beforehand so that you avoid overwriting. Moreover, it will give a quality to your thoughts if you have it in advance. Let me just quickly write it, sir or ma'am. In case if you are not sure, you can use sir or ma'am. Next, my closing, which is my para 3, and I have planned out 2 to 3 lines. Here, line number 11, recap without repetition. Very, very important to recap in any letter. Then, line number 12, express your gratitude. After that, you can use, it's an option for you, line number 13, appreciate his or her time. So look, students, how quickly I will utilize it in my para 3. Here, quickly, therefore, I would request you to please send me information as soon as possible. My line number 11 is done. Line number 12, express your gratitude, means simply say thank you, but you will have, I will be grateful or obliged for your kind attention. Now here, students, you are expecting a reply. If you would like, you can give a space and you can mention this line. Looking forward to hearing from you. You can mention it after giving a space. Remember one thing, when you write this, you have to give another space before you start with the closing of your letter. So you say again, thanking you in anticipation. Because what do you anticipate? You anticipate information from them. Then give space, you write yours sincerely and your name. So let's say my name was Rohan, and let's say a medical designation aspirant. Keep the designation in bracket. We are done. I hope, student, this will help you to come up with a quality content for inquiry letter. I thank you all for watching me. Please do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to receive the latest information from our channel. Thank you everybody, and you all have a good time.